G'day, watch this.
And it is my pleasure to introduce to you today a man of integrity, principle and great courage. Now we can argue over how Michael developed such characteristics. Could we attribute it to his upbringing? Well, perhaps. But what is it that we know for certain about the man Michael Smith? We know that he has been a police officer, he's been a soldier, a businessman, and for what he's most publicly known, he's been a broadcaster. Now, he was a broadcaster with 4BC in Brisbane and with 2UE in Sydney. Now, he went through a very difficult period where he had a breaking story. It was something which he really had taken this issue, which has been festering over a number of years, and had an explosive interview which he had recorded. And he was to broadcast this interview 10 minutes later. He had had it approved by leading defamation lawyers. It had been approved by senior management of the radio station. 10 minutes before the interview was to go to air, there was a phone call that was made, and as a result of that phone call, the interview was pulled from air 10 minutes ahead of it going to air, and within a very short period of time, Michael Smith had lost his job. He's a man who was willing to put his job security, his finances, and let them take the back seat so that he could take a stand on principle and courage to get a message of truth to the Australian people. And of course, that's something which is to be applauded. Now, the issue that Michael will be talking about tonight is not just, although it is this, it's not just something that goes to the personal integrity and the good standing of our Australian Prime Minister, Julia Gillard. This is something which goes much deeper. We have a number of trade unionists, former trade unionists, who are in the Federal Parliament, and we do not know just how deep this issue is entrenched. How deep does the rabbit hole go of union corruption? And this is, of course, what Michael will be speaking about today. This is no small matter. To me, it's absolutely concerning that a Prime Minister, or whether it be the Prime Minister herself or a member of her staff, could make phone calls such as that, and to have free speech and freedom of the press stymied in such a fashion. So this is an issue which not all of the media, but the large cross-section of the media, have either tried to silence or they have given no publicity to, but they certainly haven't done their role, which is to report the facts as they are. There have been exceptions, and it was really the catalyst for this debate returning to the national agenda, which was earlier this year when Michael Smith was interviewed on the Alan Jones radio show, and that really brought this back onto the national agenda. And others, of course, Andrew Bolt has spoken on this or written about this, as well as Hedley Thomas in The Australian. That's been another source, and of course Michael himself. So, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to join with me in welcoming this icon of democracy and free speech in Michael Smith.